My question is what can you do to society to make it more friendly, ugly friendly? I mean, look at the fashion magazines you look at today. It's all about looks. Bill Greathouse is dead right when he says this. It is all about looks. Bill Greathouse and Dwayne Holloway have been at the lowest end of the totem pole in their whole life. And sadly to say, you have to be at the lowest end of the totem pole in the physical department to acknowledge this problem. And if you're average looking and you've had I've had some success and some failures and some success, you're never going to be able to see the reality of how it really is. And now I understand it now. It makes perfect sense. All I have to do now is realize that looks are everything. Justin Bieber, Jake Pavelka, Zac Efron. I'm just looking at male guy, I'm not going to mention female names because you don't have to be super good looking to be a woman to get attention in this society today. But, you see it, and the only thing that I can think of is that you really can't beat this system because the looks issue, I mean, what incentive is there for the rich and the powerful to make unattractive people marketable? There's no incentive. There's absolutely no incentive for the rich and the powerful, who are ugly, most of them, by the way. Some of them are just hideously ugly. But there's no incentive for them to market average to unattractive guys. Why should they market unattractive guys in their magazines when they've got tens of thousands of heterosexual studly guys in the top 10% that are dying to get an audition to be a model, dying to get an audition to be in a sitcom, dying to get an audition to be in be in a play or something, or be in Broadway, do a play on Broadway. There's so many competition. There's no incentive to make unattractive people, marketable. In fact, I don't think that if there were one George Sidini a week, it would make a difference. The Hollywood in Madison Avenue crowd would continue moving forward with looks. And by the way, on a side note, I think George Sidini was unattractive, hideously unattractive. If you don't believe me, get a look at that one shot that he had. He looked like a friggin' pedophile. Everybody said about George Sidini, by the way, oh, he was good looking. He looked like a handsome guy. He just went haywire. He was not good looking. I've thought about the George Sidini incident, and one thing he did not have going for him besides his severe autistic Asperger's is he had no looks. He had nothing. If George Sidini had been good looking, really good looking in the top, but he had Asperger's, he would have found some woman, average looking woman, several of them, that would have taken him under her wings. But that wasn't going to happen for George Sidini. And unfortunately, I'm going to do another video on that another time, but I just want to know your thoughts about the looks issue. What can you really surmise can be done about this? I don't think there's an answer for it. And again, I consider myself average looking, and I'll be the first to tell you, average don't cut it in this day and age. Average don't cut it in anything if you're a guy these days. And I'm just telling it like it is. And again, I want your thoughts. Don't have an answer for this personally. I'm just giving my observations. You all take care and you have a good night or day.
Several months later.
That what I want to drive home to people is, instead of somebody saying, well, your experiments don't prove anything, they're just anecdotes, I want to say, okay, oh really? So we're at an amusement park and we're standing there and we're watching nothing but oofy doofies holding hands with moderately or average looking women. And I'm going to say average looking, meaning that most good looking guys can't even land an average woman. I just don't think they can do it. I think the oofy doofy is more likely to get, the hubby schlubby will be the more likely to have an average looking girlfriend. So like you might see a guy that looks like Kicks Passion, it's 5'4", pudgy face, but he might be one of the supplicator types. You will see these guys all the time with women. I mean, I just don't buy it. I mean, I think we're seeing these chads with the square jaws. That's all window dressings for men's magazines. Those guys aren't getting all the ladies. Those guys are lonely as fuck.